What up, body bags? BDG Reviews here. What I'm reviewing today is this movie, Rampant. It's a 2018 Korean zombie film. It's by the same studio that made Train to Busan. So, that's kind of the level of zombie action you're going to get in this. And honestly, it's pretty awesome. The basic plot of this movie, it starts off, you get a group of rebels, if you will. They're gonna buy some guns from this European trading ship, I guess. This takes place like 1300 or something, a long time ago. It's discovered that they're doing this, and shit goes down. Long story short, the Crown Prince is the one behind this. They're gonna, try to overthrow the country because his father's just not cutting it. So he ends up getting executed. As a result, his, long lost brother, I guess you could say, he's been in China this whole time. He gets kind of called back. But while all this is going on, the Minister of War is, he's working behind the scenes. He's wanting to usurp power for himself. That's just the basic outline. While this is going on, during the raid to get these guns and everything, there's a zombie on board. It's one of the crew. He's got a zombie virus. Doesn't really say where it came from, but sufficient to say a soldier gets infected. He ends up leaving with all the other soldiers, and then ends up turning in a little village, and it just spreads from there. These zombies wipe out the village, and that's kind of what's going on. In the meantime, this prince is coming back from China. He's come over, and where they land is right where the zombie outbreak is. And it turns out, all of this is backed by this Minister of War who wants to take over, so he wants this guy out of the way as well. So he's gotta fight his way through these zombies. Excuse me, get to the main palace or whatever, and essentially, either take over or, appease his father or whatever. In the meantime, though, the father has got infected, so he's now a zombie. It's just crazy. I'm going to leave it at that. This movie, you can definitely feel the influence of Train to Busan. These zombies are, with the exception of the fact that if they go out in sunlight, they, die. Other than that, they're pretty much exactly the same as the Train to Busan zombies. I would even go so far as to say I feel this movie is a precursor to Train to Busan. As if this is what the virus in Train to Busan was in the 1300s. It's since evolved, but it's very similar that way, and it's pretty damn cool, honestly. You get some good kills. I mean, this is a time when, the guns that they have are very, very, very primitive. So essentially everything's done by sword, and it's just kind of awesome, really. The acting, from what I can tell, is decent. I don't speak Korean, so I have to rely on subs, but it seems good. And overall, they have a lot of CG effects and everything, but it doesn't take you out of it too much. So yeah, take that for what you will. For a rating, I give this 8 out of 10. Good stuff. If you're after a pretty decent, fun little zombie flick, or if you're just a fan of Korean cinema and everything, give this one a shot. It's pretty fun, and you know what? That's kind of a good, right there on the back. Game of Thrones meets 28 Days Later. That's a good explanation. You can get this at Walmart for $10 or something for the Blu-ray. It's worth it, honestly. 8 out of 10, Rampant, good stuff. See you next time.